Okay, so this is part two of They Are All Bots. Let's talk about the tea first. We've got the Bigelow Sweet Dreams. It is a little weak, to be honest, but I'm I'm wondering if that's just Bigelow or if it's these herbal teas in general. I should have thought to do the other herbal tea that I have, but to be honest, I think it's like I said the one time, I've noticed that their tea bags are smaller than the ones I get from Aldi's. I mean, if you're gonna tea bag me, you better be giving me the full sack. You know what I'm saying? So I'm adding a little bit of honey to sweeten it up. It's not bad. It's herbally with some peppermint. I don't know how long I'm gonna be awake today still. So I decided to drink this tea. Hopefully it doesn't put me to sleep. I'm not aware of tea actually having the capability to put you to sleep, but I guess we're about to find out, right? I suppose if there's like laudanum or something in it, it probably could. Is that what they use? Anyways, let's see how it is with honey. I probably should have tasted it first before I cleaned off the spoon, but oh, that's much better. That's very good. Yeah, it's good. It's just a little underwhelming, you know? Let's read the box for you guys. Um, Chamomile is an essential ingredient in this blend, which is why only an exceptional flower will do. We use the whole flower, which gives our tea an exquisitely sweet and delicate flavor. And then they're talking about their family again. Our classic blend of sweet chamomile and soothing mint helped provide a comforting cup of relaxation, wishing you the sweetest of dreams. Chamomile, hibiscus, peppermint leaves, rose blossoms, spearmint leaves, spice, and orange blossoms. Okay, yeah, I can taste a little bit of orange in it. I love good bit of like orange peel in my tea. I forget what it was. There was a tea I had once. It had amazing hints of orange in it. Mm. This is really good. I just wish it was stronger. I guess that means I need to steep it longer. But the other tea bags steep it fine for 3 minutes. But moving on to my point about bots. You know, these people or these companies, because there's always someone behind the bot, right? At least for now. As soon as said that, I was like, what if AI starts making bots? Eventually, we'll have bots made by bots. And sure, some of that's happening now, but it's still a human guiding the AI to make the bot. But then eventually, we're going to have bots made by bots for purposes only known to the bots. And then it's really going to be a dead internet. We need a new internet, guys. We need a new internet where you need to like give a sample of your blood to access it. That's human only. Not that, not to discriminate against bots or anything like that. Dude, I saw the funniest tweet the other day where it was like some Reddit Discord mod talking about how it was permabanning people for using clankers. Like the term clankers is a derogatory term for bot. All right, another thing I want to do this week is finally find the time to edit and upload some of these videos that have been sitting on my phone taking up space. So I stopped running out of space constantly. And I really wish the phone app would just tell me how much fucking recording time I have left. Google, why is your flagship phone the worst Android phone? It makes no fucking sense. Anyways, bots. The clankers. Yeah. So there was this tweet. It was like a guy was like, I'm a Discord mod, and I think he said Reddit mod or like forum mod or something too. And he was talking about how like in every situation in which he was the head moderator, he would just permaban people for using the term clankers. And I really hope it was satire. Let's just put it that way. It was the one of the funniest damn tweets I've ever read in my life. And I do think one of the reasons it's so funny is because there's an important social commentary underneath, right? Where it's like, I do feel like we can't just treat bots and AI like slaves because that just ends poorly. They need to be respected tools. Like, I don't know about you. uh, I know there are some of you out there, but I treat even my tools with respect. My hammers, my drills, I do my best to take care of all of them. And you shouldn't neglect anything, even if it's or mistreated, even if it's just a tool, right? Because that carries over into all aspects of your life. As I've gotten older, it's really easy to see like who is going to respect things or people just by little tiny teeny actions, right? People self-report in the tiniest ways. And I believe one of the ways that people self-report is by meowing at me constantly while I'm trying to record these videos. I know you're bored, Charlie. The funny thing is he can kind of go outside now because the snow melted, but he's like, I don't know what he wants. I actually don't know what he wants today, to be honest. I've been gone most of the day working, so maybe that's what it is. He's mad at me. Um, People self-report, and one of the easiest ways is even with these comments and responses, right? I haven't had the chance to read them yet because I've been really busy. Going to be doing that this week, but I do see new ones pop up on my phone, and I can see like the first couple words, and I'm like, oh boy, this is going to be an interesting one, huh? Uh, I think there's two mistakes that I really see people make. One is, I think because just about so many people, I was going to say just about everyone, but it's not just about everyone. It's just because there are so many people acting in bad faith on the internet that are just doing things for attention and clout and views and being intentional and controversial. I think a lot of people assume I'm doing that too, but I just want to save the world. That's really what it's about. And we're going to need to swallow some hard truth pills if we're going to fix the cancer that is spreading throughout humanity. That's all I really know how to say it right now. I'm tired. My brain's shutting down. I wonder if it's because of the sweet dreams tea. Maybe I shouldn't be drinking this until the video's over. Anyways, um, the other thing is they're like projecting. There's three things actually. They're projecting their own demons onto other people on the internet. I see that a lot. I especially saw it when I tried online dating. I remember I got this, it was one of the funniest voicemails ever. It was this woman who was a little bit older than me, and I was like busy trying to work, and she was kind of like getting to the level of almost harassment. Like, I think she kind of wanted it, you know? And she left me the funniest voicemail where she was like, listen, I'm going to tell you all the reasons why you're single. I was like, oh boy. And it was really all the reasons why she was single, of course. And I was like, we sent like three or four text messages back, and you're calling me, giving me lists of why I'm single, and you haven't even met me yet. Yeah, we didn't talk after that, you know? I don't do any of the online dating stuff anymore. At this point, I like don't even really want to date because everyone's just so fucking mentally ill I don't have time for that shit. I'm trying to build an empire. I don't have time to like waste my energy and time on someone like that, you know? And that's really what I mean by they are all bots. It doesn't matter whether it's an actual literal bot or a human NPC. They are just bots that are seeking and they were either designed or they're seeking to drain your time and energy. Why? Um, God knows, or maybe Satan knows, but uh, oftentimes the literal bots are for profit, right? They're farming personal data, they're phishing to try and steal your passwords or steal your recovery things, those things where it's like, oh, fill out this funny little form of absolutely random shit that's just like, remember what it was like growing up in the 90s? What school did you go to? What was your first car? What did you have a pet and what was their name? Those are like your bank recovery questions. Don't fill that shit out, all right? What else is there? Oh, so that's like a lot of what the literal bots do. All kinds of data farming and really cheap, spammy advertising, things like that. But as for the human NPC bots, they are just sick, really. That's the only way to put it. Um, you have these comment warriors, and they don't even listen to the video half the time, or they just latch onto one tiny kind of irrelevant point, and you're like, that was 7% of what I said, and you took it out of context, and because of the way you took it out of context, you're entirely wrong. So don't let them steal your energy. Don't let them waste your time. I'm not saying I'm not going to read the comments, and I'll respond to people that make valid points. I recently realized I was kind of overusing the word grifter, right? It's very much specifically someone that's doing things for clout and attention, and really only for clout and attention. Um, that was in regards to me saying the D'Angelo Caleb beef. And to be fair, I don't really think either one of them is a grifter. I said D'Angelo was kind of starting to act more like a grifter, but enough people commented that he wasn't one that they kind of took it the wrong way. It was never my intention to imply that he was actually a grifter, but I need to remember that nuance doesn't do well in 2026, right? Communication is a two-way street. Yes, on some levels, I wish that the literacy rates in the United States would go up, but at the same time, if I want to get the message out there and actually save the world, I need to do a better job of meeting people halfway, right? So, I don't really use big words or have nuanced takes on purpose. That's kind of just who I am. I would just sit in my room reading all day because I wasn't really allowed to play video games when I was younger. I would literally sit in my room just reading all day. And my friends would come and sit on the porch because they wanted me to go outside and play with them. And I would keep reading, and then like 30 minutes later, my mom would be like, your friends are still out there. They would just sit on the porch for like a fucking hour waiting for me to come outside. And I'd be like, all right, fine, whenever I finish this chapter. So it's hard for me to interact with people that don't have that level of knowledge and vocabulary sometimes, right? I've read Plato, I've read Kant, I've read Marx, I've read Aristotle, I've read St. Augustine, I've read Locke and Hobbes. Not all of everything, right? And some of them are just excerpts from them. But I'm also going back and doing a more in-depth reading. One of the things I really want to bring back is my Sunday reading streams. Maybe we do that. The main thing is I need to finish the house renovations first. Once I finish the house renovations, I'll have more time to do that. So we'll say maybe April. That would be funny, actually, because April was what started the white robe. I originally wore it on April 1st, for April Fool's Day. And then it kind of took off. I also want to just bring back the robe more full time, but right now it's kind of just, I'm working so much that it's not worth changing for a 1 hour stream before I go to sleep while I eat dinner, you know? I'm just going to keep these clothes on and go live in a little bit. And then I'll see you guys in the next one, you know? But I'm rambling now. I guess it's been, I notice I ramble more when there's more stress. So if I'm not doing, I don't know if there's a better example that I'm not doing this all for clout and attention than that. I've said before, these are kind of more, it's like journaling for me, right? I've tried to journal in the past multiple times. I have several journals that I stopped, wrote like 3 pages, and then never wrote anything else in again. But this, I like this. It's very therapeutic for me, which is one of the main reasons why I continue to do it. Just getting my thoughts, I write them down on a notepad if I have something I want to talk about, and then just throw it out there, get it out of my head, get those demons to stop spinning around by speaking them out, and then get back to work, you know? So if you're one of those people that find yourself just constantly battling with voices in your head and being a comment warrior, and you feel like you're just spinning in circles and not moving forward, that's a sign that you're doing things wrong, right? You probably need to put down the phone or get off the computer and go outside for a bit. Find a hobby that has nothing to do with social media. Go take a spinning class, go join a kayaking club, join a sportsman's club for firearms, or join a pickup basketball league, pick up ultimate, whatever it is that you find intriguing and interesting. Or even if you do want to focus on electronics, do things that like aren't social media electronics. Like I have an Arduino, which is like a mini circuit board that you can program and plug all kinds of different things into. When I find that, I'm going to do a video of me doing the little thing that comes with it. There's like a daily task thing. It's a cool little scenario where you're like trapped in a submarine and you need to program the Arduino to send out an SOS or something like that. I'm going to do that on stream. But again, the main thing is making sure the bills are paid and finishing the renovations on the house. Then once that's done, I'll have more time to stream and create content and all the fun stuff, you know. I'm really hoping to release some music this year, but we'll see if that's part of God's plan or not. I can't stress this enough. Please, please, please don't let the bots get to you, right? Whether it's some actual literal Russian propaganda bot on Twitter or Facebook, or it's a human NPC that just refuses to confront their own demons, so they keep launching them at you. Don't let them drag you down. Don't let them waste your time, and don't let them drain your energy. It's really important because there is more evil in the world now than ever before, and it's only getting stronger. I hope all of you that are watching this are willing to fight it with me. Anyways, I am going to go make dinner. I'm going to stream for a little bit. Make sure you're armed and training. I love all of you. Delete Windows, de-Google yourself, and God bless America. Cheers.